This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah.
Log on and join our live conversation.
He said this as we were coming on TV.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Wednesday, May 22nd. We're live and we're talking about what you're talking about right now. And right now I'm here with Erica and Brandon. I'm Jeff. Let's get to it, guys. Tonight we start with news on Wendy Williams' son. Let's get over to Raquel Villanueva. She has news at the moment.
Wendy Williams' son was arrested after he got
fight with his father. It happened last night in New Jersey. Wendy and her son went to their old family house to pick up some papers. Kevin Hunter Sr. was home and asked to spend some time with their 19-year-old. They went out to a strip mall where Kevin Sr. told his son he was being brainwashed by Wendy, and then things got heated and physical. Now, according to our source, Kevin Jr. was only defending himself when he hit his father, and Kevin Sr. did get a bloody nose from the altercation. His father actually may not even press charges.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. You know, I think it's always unfortunate anytime there's a domestic violence situation, but when the child is involved with the parent, that adds another layer. Anytime there's something going on between two parents, I think it's important that it stays between the two parents and it doesn't ever involve the child. He's 19 years old. This is grown folks' business, and he should be left out of it. So this is a very unfortunate situation.
And a lot of it's hypocritical because just reading up on it, and I know it's only sources that are close to the situation, where they're saying that the argument kind of started because Kevin Sr. was telling Kevin Jr., you need to go out and carve your own path to success and not be taking handouts from your mother, which
he kind of did.
Exactly. So
yeah, it's ironic.
Ironic.
Yeah.
How? Right in the kisser, right in the nose.
All right, guys. Tonight, George Clooney is getting into the dark details of his motorcycle accident. You'll remember he smashed head-on into a sedan and went flying last summer. Listen how he describes it.
Split my helmet in half and knocked me out of my shoes. You know, I mean, it hit hard. It was bad. So it was bad, and I was just waiting for the switch to turn off because I broke his windshield with my head, and I thought, okay, well, that's my neck. And so a million, if you get 9 lives, I got all of them used up in one. So I can let go of motorcycle riding for a while.
Yeah. Oh. I think that was a lot worse than he let on or people know about.
Well, we knew that he went flying, and we knew that he was on top of a car, and we did know the windshield was broke. So
I guess it is pretty bad.
These details,
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, when the pictures came out, everybody was like really freaked out by it. Excuse me, I'll say this about with motorcycles and stuff. Someone very close to me was in crisis, decided to get a motorcycle, didn't know how to ride it, never got any lessons or anything, and he ended up underneath another car.
Wow.
And I thought that was going to be the end of it, but then he decided that he needed to redeem himself and then ended up on top of another car.
Wow.
And finally, a different time. So finally, he got the hint, and I'm glad that George Clooney has the hint because he has children and a wife who love him and need to keep him here.
I was smirking because I thought you were talking about your husband's motorized bicycle.
No,
That's totally different.
That's his e-hog, his electric hog. It goes 20 miles an hour.
I was never a motorcycle guy. Never, ever had the desire ever to want one.
Me neither, especially living in LA when you're just driving and then zoom, there goes one that goes right by you.
That's the worst.
Like I just can't do it. You're too exposed.
Yeah, not for me. It was never for me. Yeah. Maybe in another life. All right, guys. Celebs hit the purple carpet for the new Aladdin movie premiere last night. Let's check out a sneak peek.
Do you trust me?
All the movie stars were there last night, including Naomi Scott, who plays Princess Jasmine, Mena Massoud, who plays Aladdin, and Will Smith, who plays the genie. Will ran into some old buddies as well last night. Check them out with Alfonso Ribeiro and Tatiana Ali. They all starred on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air together, of course, and Will's whole family was there too. So DBL Nation, what do you think? Can the live-action remake live up to the first movie? I think so. I think so. You know, one was a cartoon, one was a live-action remake. I think think Will Smith, I love Will Smith. I think he's great in everything he does. Sorry, Wild Wild West. I did not like that one. But I think he's great. He's very inspirational. And I don't think you can compare the two. No one's saying he's going to be the next Robin Williams or compared to Robin Williams, but I'm looking forward to this movie, really.
Yeah, it's a different type of artistry. You're putting your own art into that character. Like, just think about everyone tried to pit Heath Ledger up against Jack Nicholson when it came to the Joker, that iconic role. Everyone put their own artistry in it, and as long as you're putting your best foot forward, I hate to say artistry again, you're putting that in there.
Yeah.
You're making it into your own character, your own thing. So I don't see a problem with Will Smith being the genie.
I think it's kind of comparing apples to oranges. Earlier, you had an analogy about sports, and would you compare a team from the 80s to a team for today? And I would say no, because the games are different.
Yeah.
You know, the expectations are different. The run game is stronger.
Yeah.
Look at you! Hey!
I like it.
Go Bears.
85 Bears. There we go. Make sure you head over to Daily Blast Live's YouTube channel. We just posted a review of Aladdin. Go to youtube.com/dailyblastlive to check it out. And don't worry, guys, there's no spoilers on there. Just a great review. All right, guys, today people are celebrating Quentin Tarantino's 9th film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It premiered at Cannes yesterday and received a 7-minute standing ovation. The movie is set in 1960s Hollywood and has a star-studded cast, including Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate. Now, Sharon's sister Deborah says Margot did a beautiful job and, quote, captures Sharon's sweetness very nicely. But people are now talking about what Quentin had to say about Margot Robbie's role. Let's listen.
You haven't really given her many lines in the movie, and I just wanted to know why that was, that we don't hear her actually speaking very much.
Well, I just reject your hypotheses.
Margot isn't the only big name in the film. There are some big stars, including Kurt Russell, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Dakota Fanning, and Al Pacino, and even the late Luke Perry, who passed away earlier this year. Now, going back to, already, we talked about this yesterday. Fantastic movie. Very excited about it. But going back to what Quentin Tarantino said to that reporter, do you think it was necessary to respond the way he did?
No, I don't think it was necessary to respond the way he did. If you listen to the question, if you heard the question written down, you would think, okay, this is a journalist who's trying to clout chase. But when you listen to her pose the question, I actually would like to know why he didn't give her more lines, and if there was a deeper meaning to it, especially understanding who Sharon Tate was and how she ended up meeting her maker. You know, that's a very fascinating, tragic story, and I would have liked to hear his response. I think that when you are posed a question, it's up to you as the responder to decide the context of how this conversation is going to go. He could have easily have said, she's a peripheral character. I thought it was important to include her because she does drive the story. However, the story isn't about her. As opposed to, I reject your hypothesis, because the hypothesis is really saying that her theory was the reason why she didn't have more lines was because she was an important character because she was a woman. He could have just clarified that.
But do you think he was just trying to shut that down? Because, you have all of the castmates up there, the entire cast up there. So do you think he was just trying to shut that down to make it more about them instead of having to answer a question like that right there on the spot?
I think it was more he's dealt with questions like this in the past, and he was kind of fed up with it. That was kind of my take on it. So he wanted to shut that down, meaning maybe she meant something else. So he was frustrated, was my take on it.
So now when you all go see the movie, are you going to be sitting there counting Margot Robbie's lines?
No, not for me.
I just think that there is a way to handle a situation like that. If you're really sick of hearing the same questions over and over, and as someone who's interviewed a lot of people, I've been told, don't ask these questions. Okay, then say, I don't want to be asked these questions. Do not ask. I will shut it down. If she asked then it would be rude. Right now, she's just doing her job.
And I still can't wait to see the movie.
Can't wait.
All right, guys, trending right now, an interview with Gabrielle Union. She sat down with James Corden on The Late Late Show to talk about her husband, Dwayne Wade. He recently retired from basketball, and she says he's having a hard time adjusting to life. Let's listen.
He's like, what is this place? There's got all kinds of, like, khaki shorts and cargo shorts, and there's all different colors. I'm like, that's Old Navy. I love it there. I'm like, the car wash? He's like, wow. Yes. He has no idea how much, like, milk costs. He's like, what is that, about $20? I'm like, what kind of goat's blood milk are you?
This is insane to me. He's never been to a car wash?
I mean, it's probably been a long time since he's been to a car wash. I think that time is very quantifiable. I believe it's the most important resource that we have. So when you can quantify your time and say, okay, are these things that I'm able to do on my own, or can I delegate it to someone else? You delegate it, because nobody else is going to be doing the practices and working out and all of that. So you have to do something else.
And you have to keep in mind, Jeff, that's D. Wade. That's Dwayne Wade. Gatorade commercials, Nike commercials, any type of commercials. When he's done at that facility, he has a brand that he has to take over after he leaves that facility. And even when I retired, and I was a nobody, you know, when I retired from the NFL, CFL, it took me a couple of months just to get acclimated back to civilian lifestyle. I would wake up and be like, wait a minute, I have to cook breakfast. It's at the facility for you already. I have to go get a Planet Fitness membership for a gym. We have a weight room at the facility. Right. So it was just little things like that just to get acclimated back to life. So I can only imagine how it was for D-Wade.
I think it's, for me, I mean, I'm never going to be there, Dwayne Wade's level, but it's like, it's sad a little bit for me that you lose that much touch of reality. Like, for me, I want to get some steaks and cook them with my buddy. I want to go to the store. I don't want to have someone to pick them up. I like that quality time, doing things, cooking, that's kind of like my hobby. It's what I enjoy.
What's the most important part of that you're having quality time?
Right.
If you're losing that quality time, I think a lot of people are in that situation where I don't work normal hours. Okay, well then I need someone to do X, Y, and Z. That is like the first time I took my husband to TJ Maxx, though.
And
he was like, what is this?
It's an experience.
This is amazing. Look at the prices. We need one of these.
And Jeff, I've been out with you before. Everyone coming up to you, Jeff from Big Brother. Just imagine if it was D. Wade going to a store to go get some steaks.
That's true, too.
Come on now.
Now it's a 2-hour event trying to pick up toilet paper.
I don't care what level I'm on, I'm still getting me some Marshalls in. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I love
Good deal,
Get
nice shirt.
your Marshalls on.
I love it. DVL is live. We'll bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. And coming up, comedian Amy Schumer is only a couple weeks into motherhood, but of course, she's already getting mom shamed. So what does she have to say to the haters? That's next in What Up Wednesday. Plus, millennials get a bad rap for being lazy, living in their mom's basement, and eating avocados. We put their knowledge to the test. Stick around for Are You Smarter Than a Millennial?
Hey guys.
All right, guys, we got 2 minutes, 30 seconds to back. Coming back.
Can
to
you
What
hear
Up
that?
Wednesday.
That means Stu is on the floor. That noisy man, honestly. We're missing David though. I don't know where David is. Anyway, today is Wednesday. So what does that mean? It means it's time for What Up Wednesday with me. So you better not go anywhere and listen to all my celebrity gossip. But until that happens, let's go and see what Erica and Brandon have to say for themselves on this day of Wednesday. Wednesday day. Don't film my stick.
Blown.
Hey guys, I've come to bring them over here so that you can talk to them whilst I casually walk away.
Where are you going?
You're so casual. So casual. So we were talking about Dwayne Wade and the idea of delegating tasks that you don't have time for to do on your own. And I think a lot of people can kind of relate to this. We had a conversation about tips to save your marriage, and one of them was finding help. And whether it's help that you're paying for or help that you're just accepting from your community or from your family and friends, because everybody needs help in some capacity. So this is just someone who had the means to delegate out a lot of things that normal people would do.
I don't see anything wrong. I don't think it's like being detached from reality if you're sending someone to go wash your car while you're at the facility. Like you said, you're making sure you're working your time. So obviously Gabrielle Union was exaggerating a bit. $20 goat's milk.
I don't know if she was really exaggerating. I think that she's just really great at storytelling.
Yeah, that was funny. That was hilarious. But you know what? I can't wait to see what he has next on his plate for his retirement.
Well, they're going to be great together. I think that we're going to see some pretty amazing power couples. We already have Sierra and Russell Wilson have really stepped up. So I think D. Wade and Gabrielle Union, now that he's retired, are going to be a couple to watch.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Welcome back to DBL. It's What Up Wednesday, and we've got all the juicy gossip that everyone is talking about. So let's head on over to our What Up World map, where our first stop is Atlanta, home of rapper Cardi B. Now, she's been making some headlines for postponing several concerts so she can fully recover from plastic surgery. That's right, she's under doctor's orders. So it got me wondering, Cardi's already got a bit of a great tush and some great fake ladies. So what else could she be possibly adding to her body? Is she getting some super long nails that stay on forever so that she can scratch away the haters like Wolverine? Or it could be that she loves wigs. Maybe it's a permanent one that changes colour with the press of a button. I mean, technology is pretty fancy these days. So here's what's up. Cardi already put the rumours to rest. She's getting some liposuction. I mean, kudos to Cardi for keeping it real, or, well, keeping it plastic. And our next stop is NYC, where Amy Schumer is shutting down the mummy shamers. Amy made her return to stand up on Monday night, only 2 weeks after giving birth. Haters were quick to comment that she's been overdoing it. Well, she clapped back with this photo of herself pumping, saying, "Sending out love to the mums shaming me for doing stand-up last night." Here's what's up. You tell them, Amy, mum shaming should be reserved for one occasion and one occasion only, when celebrities name their kids after fruits. That's right, I'm looking at you, Gwyneth Paltrow. Have an apple. And our last stop is across the pond in my hometown of London, also home to Queen Lizzie, who is melting hearts all over the world. I mean, what a babe, look at her. The 93-year-old monarch learned how to use the self-checkouts for the first time ever. I mean, this is a woman that's seen it all. World War II, Brexit, and now robot clerks. And here's the best part. The Queen apparently kept asking if you can trick it or cheat the system. I mean, what an adorable little thief. I love her. Here's what's up. After the Game of Thrones finale, where Queen Daenerys pretty much crushed my soul after 8 years, I needed my faith in queens to be restored. So, long may the Dragon Queen, Queen Elizabeth, reign. She is a hero. That's been another edition of this week's What Up Wednesday, and coming up on DBL, Al and Jeff hit the streets to test millennials' knowledge. If you need a laugh, then this one is for you.
Are you...
You guys, DBL Nation, I've been getting a couple challenges. How fast can you do your makeup? And today we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna start right away right now with a little bit of Tatcha Eye Pro Cream. This guy is going to help for brightening. This is what I use every single day instead of a concealer. It's gonna make sure that I look nice and awoke underneath my eyes. Quick and easy way for anyone at home that doesn't want to use a concealer to still get a hydrated and brightened finish and actually get some skincare in their makeup. This isn't just a concealer, it's an eye cream once again with a tint. I wear the shade Candlelight from Tatcha Harper, but you guys let me know what you use. Now next, I'm going to use Kosas Facial Oil Foundation. This is amazing if you live in a dry climate like myself here in Colorado. And I'm gonna take this foundation, I'm gonna put it onto a powder brush, and this is great for spreading out coverage. I actually got this trick from my husband, Ty J. Banks, I see you out there. And you're gonna just get this even hydrated glow for your foundation. Is this for camera? Probably not, but great for everyday wear if you're working in an office, if you're working just anywhere except for in front of a camera, you should totally have this foundation. I got this about 3 weeks ago and it stays on my skin all day. And notice I'm working with makeup all day as well. I get hot, I get nice and warm through the day, I'm moving around, and still this foundation goes all over my skin beautifully. I barely even have to look at it and it looks like butter, guys. So that's gonna be my Kosas Foundation Oil. Next up, I'm gonna take a little bit of a loose powder foundation and we're gonna blend this guy all over to set that foundation. Now, you might be asking, why are you gonna put a powder on top of foundation or on top of an oil if you're dry? I still wanna set it. I don't want this guy to move all over my skin, so the powder is going to help to make sure that it's gonna stay locked and loaded all day so I have a beautiful appearance, but I still have that smooth glow, okay? Now next here, I'm gonna take a little bit of a cream blush from Too Faced Cosmetics. This is from their Peach collection, and this is a matte cream blush.
Welcome back to DBL. If you believe everything you read on the internet, then you probably believe millennials don't know anything. Just look at these headlines bashing the younger generation. I hit the streets of Denver with DBL co-host Al Jackson to find out if this is true in a game called Are You Smarter Than a Millennial? Check it out.
All right, buddy, what's your name?
Yo, I'm Quinn. I'm a student at Boston University.
What do you do for a living?
I have just been working and traveling for the past 2 years.
I'm a pharmacy technician in Utah.
I'm a student, so I don't do anything.
Hey, that's cool. I've done that to my late 20s. The show All in the Family had a spin-off called what?
I don't even know what that show is. I don't know.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Did you ever hear Archie Bunker?
Nope.
Like the animations.
No, we'll just move on.
Jetsons.
The Jetsons. All right, Al, what's the spin-off called?
The Jeffersons.
Who is Mary Lou Retton?
Sounds like a syrup lady. Not sure.
It's right next to Mrs. Butterworth. Yeah. Mary Lou Retton's. Do you know who Mary Lou Retton is?
She's a gold medal gymnast.
All right, Al, I got something in my hand. I'm gonna open it and you have to tell me what it is, okay?
All right. A dry erase board eraser?
It's a beauty blender. I wouldn't know because I woke up like this.
Oh! Okay, I have 2 cards here. There's 3 phrases on each card. Pick one and then explain it to me in emojis, and I have to guess the phrase. Butter, nose pig, butter, nose pig. X, cry, milk. Am I close? Butter, book, cry. Crying game? Sad book. The Notebook.
No.
Oh, faces in the iCloud.
Is that a saying?
Don't cry over spilled milk. Yeah! All right, Macy, do you know what this is?
A phone.
Do you know what kind of phone?
The spinny one.
I do not know the name of it, no.
It's a rotary phone.
Rotary, okay.
Do you know how to use it?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay, could you pick it up and then dial 8675309? No. Oh, that part.
Okay.
6.
Am I doing this wrong?
9. Now answer it in what band is there?
No, seriously, I don't hear anything.
Yeah, she's right here.
I did that wrong. I definitely did that wrong.
No! Macy, right?
Yeah.
Macy.
Hello?
It's not plugged in anything. Give it to Al.
Yeah, she's anybody there?
Man, we had the best time shooting that. It was so funny. First of all, everyone in that video was terrific, so thanks for your time. But it was so, I mean, we had a can opener at one point, and we pulled it out. Everyone knew it was a can opener, and then one of the kids, I'm like, do it, use it. And he was like, here's the can, and he was all the way behind it. He couldn't open the can. It was crazy how old I am.
Yeah. So they had their emojis. You guys should have been like, do you know what this means?
What's that? Too legit to quit?
Hey!
Yay, yay! See, that means I'm even older.
That's Ice Cube.
Yay, yay. I know them all from the 80s. All right.
Man.
It's the moment you guys all been waiting for. We reveal the winner of the Sandals Dream Vacation. You gotta stick around because it's coming up next.
Hi, DBL Nation. Welcome back to Double Jump. I'm here with DBL co-host Stephanie Jones. And
hey, guys.
We saw Aladdin together last night.
Yep.
And I thoroughly enjoyed the experience. I really like this adaptation of it. What do you think about it?
Okay, I loved the storyline was very similar to the original. There was a few little twists and changes, a few added extra songs that were not in the original piece.
Very true.
But overall, I enjoyed it. Did I love it? And would I really rate it? Probably not. But is it worth a watch? Yeah, I'd say so.
I would say Will Smith's singing is a little rough in that. Sorry, Will, we love you. Like your genie kind of made up for it, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I loved Will's genie. I think he definitely, I loved his humor. He was very fun. Some people said that they felt it was like really old school humor, like that wasn't so funny anymore, but I thought it was.
Yeah, I guess maybe we are older, so that might be why. But I enjoyed it. I think I heard some kids laughing in the theater.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, Princess Jasmine, she was the pink Power Ranger in a previous, obviously, the Power Rangers movie. I thought she was phenomenal.
I agree. She stole the show. She really did. Her voice, her acting, just the character she played. I think they did it right this time to make an adaptation, not just sticking to the old storyline, but giving it a new life and a new ending. And I thought they did a great job with her storyline.
Okay, would you go to the theater? Would you wait for Redbox, or would you just like not see it at all?
All right, just because of the songs and how it's grandiose, I would tell you if you have kids, you should see it in theaters because they'll enjoy the experience. It'll be really fun. If you're just wishy-washy and have some kind of nostalgia about Aladdin, I would say maybe wait to see it at home.
If you want to take your grandkids, take your kids, go to the cinema. If you want to watch it for yourself, wait to watch it at home. But it is a show you have to see.
It's worth it.
Go see Aladdin. Prince Ali.
Fabulous, blah, blah.
He's fabulous, so fabulous.
Welcome back to DBL. Get ready to pack your bags because it's time to announce the winner of the Sandals Resort Luxury Vacation to the Caribbean. Are you guys ready? Who's ready? Let's get a drum roll, please, going. Here we go. And the winner is Jennifer Newman from Columbia, South Carolina. Jennifer watches us on WLTX 19. We love our DBL Nation. Congratulations, Jennifer, and enjoy that trip.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Oh,
that's so exciting.
It's exciting because I just changed my name to Jennifer Newman.
Well, oh, yeah? No. Or you could pitch yourself on why you should be her +1.
Jennifer, hi. I like to have great times in the Caribbean. I like jerk chicken. And I like to say, Shaba.
I think you got. That's Caribbean. You still have someone to pick, Jennifer. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.